Once again you find me laid prone on the floor in the garden, and I've got nothing on my feet, which will be most people's first question. But this is my annual look on this lady's bedstraw that I have growing in the garden. Is it bearing fruit? Well, it hadn't been until a few minutes ago. And by the looks of this chunky monkey, I'm just about in time. I think most of you by now know that I have a thing for one particular migrant hawk moth, and it's the hummingbird hawk-moth, a species which I've done very well for over the years, and at the last count I've actually got about 230 records of individual hawk moths, hummingbird hawk moths that is, and many of those records have come from the confines of this small terraced garden. I haven't had one for a day or two, so we're perhaps about due. And over the years I eventually got to growing this stuff. Not particularly spectacular this year, and that's because of the Viper's bugloss, which decimated it, covered it, and didn't allow this lady's bedstraw to really go like it has done before. And I'd not seen any hummingbird hawk-moths visit the garden and visit this at the same time. But although I've had 22 hummingbird hawk-moths this year, most of which in this garden, I don't see them all, and I personally think that I miss as many as I actually record. And I certainly missed one because I didn't see one lay the egg which produced this. I've caught this just in time. And the way that I've caught this just in time is by lifting the plant up. If I lift the plant up where it grows over the yard and I see droppings, of which that one has just done one, then I can be successful in finding the culprit of those droppings. And again, can't remember how many of these I've found in the garden. It's not many, but we have a hummingbird hawk-moth, which always gives me the greatest of satisfaction. It's always nice when I do lift up the lady's bedstraw and see lots of droppings. To think that I only planted this lady's bedstraw just a few years ago, and I think this will be the third year now that I've had hummingbird hawk-moth caterpillars. And that's quite astonishing, because even though the moth seems to be much more commoner or more frequent now, it's still a fabulous thing to get. This was the find of dreams in my childhood. Didn't exist really, to be honest. But now, as the old Kevin Costner film said, the field of dreams, build it and he will come. And they certainly will. Once your lady's bedstraw is established, whether it be in a lawn, perhaps a little meadowland that you create in your garden, or simply just as a plant stood within a gravel substrate, eventually you'll get these. And boy, is it worth it. So what a lovely find. Can't remember whether it was last year that I had these, or was it the year before? And I eventually found two and hatched them out. This one must be in last instar. I know when I did find them before, a couple of years ago or last year, whenever it was, the day after I did discover them, they pupated. It's a fabulous thing.